Aranofsky, starring Jennifer Lawrence and Javier Bardem. It's about this couple that's living in this house in the middle of nowhere. Javier Bardem, he's a writer, and Jennifer Lawrence, she's pretty much a housewife that just want a baby or whatever. They live peacefully, and then they get these guests that are very intrusive, and then weird stuff starts happening, and yeah, there's a lot more going on in this movie that I really don't want to spoil if you really want to see this movie. But yeah, this is a very vague film, but right off the bat, I'm just going to say this movie is not for everyone. Either you're going to like it, or you're just going to be like, what the hell am I watching? Me, I follow on the latter half. And I'm being serious, this film was weird as hell, but before I get to all the negatives, here are the positives. Okay, so Jennifer Lawrence and Javier Bardem, they were great in this film. The acting was not the problem with this film. Hell, Jennifer Lawrence, I would say this is probably the best acting I've seen for her in this film, and which is funny because, you know, a lot of people are getting Jennifer Lawrence fatigue, and I don't know whether or not it's because she's in everything, or, you know, you also got to think she was in the recent X-Men films and the Hunger Games, and then she did some other films like Passengers, Joy, Civilized Playbook, American Hustle. You also got to think, it's like when they reached a level of fame, that's when they start to oversaturate her and get on everyone's nerves. But no, she really is a good actress, and I felt like she was really good in this film. But I think another positive I'll say is, like, if you're someone that really does not like Jennifer Lawrence, or you're just getting tired of her, watch this film and just watching her suffer, that should be some satisfaction for you. It's wrong to say that, but hey, that's all I got to say. And Darren Aronofsky, who is a good director. He has made some good films, like Requiem for a Dream, Black Swan, The Wrestler. Hell, even though I know how controversial that film is, and by controversial, I mean controversial to some religious folks out there. But I felt like it was a nice, interesting take on the story of Noah's Ark, though. And so going into this movie, I knew this movie was going to be probably going to have some weird elements to it, but the way they sold it in the trailer made it seem like it was going to be a horror, thriller, psychological thriller, but this movie is none of that. But again, Darren Aronofsky directs this film, so there is some competent filmmaking in this film, and the acting is good, but still, none of that saves this film. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on in this film. Like, again, this movie has intrusive guests, and then you get some more guests, and then you get some more guests, and then halfway through, you're like, what are they doing? What is happening? And I think that's my biggest problem with this film, is like, I understand, like, I don't need everything spoon-fed to me, but at the same time, I don't want to walk away from the movie more confused than I was going into the film. They're like, okay, I need an explanation, alright, you're gonna say anything? Just nothing, you're just gonna lead me on until the very end of the movie, which does have a conclusion, but it's not satisfying enough. And again, the trailers are definitely misguided. Do not go into this film thinking it's a horror or psychological thriller or anything. Like I'm saying, a lot happens in this film that doesn't make any sense, and you just don't get any real concrete answers until the very end of the film, but even the answers at the end of the film don't really justify anything. And I've read and watched some reviews on this film, and some people like it, some people hate it, or just didn't like it, or some people do get it. Like, there's a whole lot of metaphorical things going on in this film that after watching reviews, okay, I can see how that goes, but still, like, it still didn't click with me. So it's like, I feel like it's going to click with some people, but it's not going to click with other people, though. But look, bottom line is, I really did not like this film. I felt like it was weird as hell. I feel like it wasn't awful. It's not the worst thing I've seen, but at the same time, it's not the best thing I've seen. It's just a weird film, and honestly, I can say, like, and I've read some stuff that Darren Aronofsky, like, he's really unhappy with everything that's going on in the world and the news, and he just poured out everything in this film, which is fine, but that will make for a good student film. So in the end, I will say, like, if you really want to see this film, wait till it's out for rental, or Fire Stick it, or torrent it, or whatever. I'm just playing. I don't recommend anyone doing that. Please, fans, if you're watching this, don't flag my shit. But like, I'm just saying, don't waste any real hard-earned money on this film. Just wait till it's out on home video, or whatever. All right. And like I said, this film. Some people like this film. Some people hate this film. So for that, I will give Mother 2 stars for watch with caution. So yeah, if you like this review, hit the like button, and if you want to see more, check out my channel. The link is in the description below. And be sure to check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Periscope. Peace.